Hey everyone, welcome back to the Hidden Brick, where today we're going to build the Lego Star Wars The Ghost. This is the spaceship that is flown around by the heroes on the Star Wars Rebels cartoon. So I'm not a real big fan of the cartoon, but I do remember picking this up because it was like super cheap, like 50% off or something, maybe more than that. So I'm gonna go ahead and build it. I've had this sitting around for a while, so you can kind of see the box is starting to get a little frayed on the outside. So let's go ahead and build it so we can, you know, maybe take it apart and use the parts for other stuff. Who knows? Go ahead and break the seals. Hope I'm not freaking someone out that thinks I'm lowering the value of this if you're a collector of some sort. But I buy Lego sets to build them, not to collect or leave them sealed. So it's meant to be built and played with. Alright, so there's bag number one. We'll pull that to the side. We do have some loose elements in the bag, so I'll also kind of keep those to the side. We have a sticker sheet that's kind of crinkled up a little bit. It's not too bad. We have an instruction book number 2, and the instruction book number 1 is, of course, folded in half. So that always makes it real fun for building when there's an instruction book that wants to roll back over into its folded position. Alright, so let's look at the rest of the bags. Here's number 6, number 5, number 2, a 4, and a 3. Put all those off to the side, kind of in the sequential order that I'm going to build them in. And let's go ahead and open up bag number 1. Of course, we have a smaller bag of parts in the big bag. Okay. One of these guys, whatever that is, throw that off to the side. And we'll build our first minifigure. It is Kanan Jarrus. And I'm just reading the names off of the box. So if I pronounce it wrong, my bad. He has a pretty cool little hair piece with a ponytail. He carries a lightsaber. I guess it's the silver handle. That's the only one in this pile here with a blue laser sword attachment. And he also has a blaster gun right there. So that's our first minifigure. Put him off to the side. We do have 4 minifigures in this set all together, so 6 bags of elements. So there's going to be some bags that won't have minifigures in them. That's okay. We'll just cross that bridge when we get there. Sometimes they put all the minifigures in the first bag, so at least they're kind of giving you a reason to keep on building. If you just get distracted with the minifigures, they're kind of saying, hey, why don't you build something before you try to find the next minifigure. Alright, so we are our third step into the instructions, and we are already applying a sticker. It's like a little warning stripe type of sticker. It doesn't, the yellow backing of the sticker doesn't quite match the color of the yellow tile, but it's okay. attach this little plate. You can see it's like this little trapdoor type thing. On there we have a 1x4 Technic brick with a axle with a stop, so that goes in there. We attach this axle joiner to the end. That all goes there. So you can see that axle end then goes into that little Technic brick hole, and that's what holds the door shut. And then you pull that and it releases the door. That's pretty cool. Simple little locking mechanism there. Alright, so what I'm going to do is zoom out a bit and start attaching all these elements. So this is a little reminiscent of the way you build a Technic set, where you build from the inside and go out. It looks like we're starting at the bottom inside of the space vehicle, and we're kind of going out from there, and then eventually we'll kind of go up and it turns into your standard Lego build. But right now it's a little bit different. Alright, we have a container that we're going to build clear. And we'll try to, it's not that clear in the instruction, but it looks like they're attaching these 1x1 plates together, rotated about 45 degrees. And then that you just drop straight into the crate. Put a 2x2 tile on top, and then insert that on that little trapdoor element. Some more bricks. Alright, next even more bricks. And we have a couple tiles with stickers on them. Sorry, I was doing that slightly off camera. So it's a 2x2 tile with that little stickered element on there. That attaches there. So I'm going to repeat that on the other one. Goes over there. Now some plates. We have this modified plate with the little rail on it. And these are one of my favorite modified plates because not only do they interlock with other pieces, but it gives you a nice, cool little profile detail. If you're building something that just needs a little ledge type of detail. Next we have a 3-long Technic beam, a couple friction pins, it goes there, and we have these long Technic bricks. Oops. Basically repeating the same construction on both sides. Okay, it's got a little cockpit type area, which will drop right in here. Goes there. Do another one for the other side. These corner Technic bricks are not seen very often, but I've seen them quite a bit. But then again, I build a lot of Lego sets, so maybe you haven't seen them before, but they're any type of Technic brick like this just adds so much more stability, especially when you have a corner element like that. It's just going to make this ship very, very strong. I have a couple of these pin joiner pieces with friction pins in them. I have another little sub build. Rail, 1x3, rail, 1x3, rail. Turn this back around. Tile, plate, modified plate with a bar. Now we have a double wide cheese slope with the little control panel sticker on there. There, a little backing element, a double wide bow shape. And then we slide it through here. You can see the little rail slots right there, and then these rails on these white plates slide in there, and then it'll click in place, which is just holding it in place. You can pull it back out So that's pretty cool that you can slide it out, slide it back in. Got one more brick here, and that completes bag number 1. So we're going to go ahead and move on to the second bag. Right here. Small bag of elements. So we have our next minifigure. This is, and bear with me, I'm reading it off the box, Hera Syndulla. Hera Syndulla. Hera Syndulla. Does that sound right? It's going to have to be right enough, because that's how I'm pronouncing it. So, looks like she has the little hat, helmet, hairpiece type thing in a separate bag. It's actually a really nice element. Has some cool printing all the way up the sides. And then on the top has the aviation goggles printed on there. And she carries a small blaster. There she is. Pretty cool figure. Put her over there with Kanan. Zoom back out so you can see what's going on. And we're just gonna continue on with the build here. I have a 1x1 and then 2 1x1 Technic bricks with the pinhole. You can see the hole there. And we're going to insert a 3 long friction pin. Two more Technic bricks up here. Then we have a Technic brick with a axle hole. See that axle hole right there? And then the long plate with a 1x3 plate there. And another one. More Technic bricks, 1x3 plate. Put that down because we have a little sub build to do. Quite a bit of Technic elements being used. These first couple bags, which similar to the shuttle Tidarium that we built. I don't mind all the Technic because it's going to make for a extremely sturdy build, and with a spacecraft like this, that's kind of what you need, is something very, very sturdy. Alright, we have 2 more 1x1 Technic bricks, but we're going to put an axle through them with a stop. So this axle has a little stop on the end, so we slide that through there, and then we attach these bricks with the stop end butting up next to that light blade brick there. probably top it off with some tiles. And we have 2 of these trans red bars that are just going to attach to these 2 long friction pins with a axle connector. And those both go in those 2 Technic bricks. Next we have a couple thruster elements we're going to build. Plate. There's the 2x2 little fluted round brick cone. And these cone elements have the little hole in them. We can slide that all the way on. Right there. So what we do is come over here. This axle hole, or the axle, goes right into the middle of that red beam right there, and then this blue friction pin will go into that middle hole right there. So that holds that on nice and sturdy. Next we're going to take this little rubbery, squishy axle connector piece, slide a axle with a stud on the end, turn this guy over. We can push this through that brick with the axle hole. Put one of these red bushings on the other side. That'll hold it together. And that will prevent from what was happening when I was just picking this up, is the little lever here that locks the trap door is now held in place a little more snugly because this little rubbery element is putting a lot of friction on there. So that's pretty cool that that will now stay shut. I was kind of getting worried about that it was not going to ever stay closed. Some more Technic pieces, and that's gonna more or less lock that element in there. A couple more for the other side. Alright, it's getting pretty big now. So we have another couple of these pin joiners that will, there's a little pin sticking out there. We'll attach that end over there. And we have a friction pin attached to the other side as well. Now we're going to to kind of do the same thing over here. It's slightly different though. That has built the main body of the ghost ship pretty well. Now we're going to build two elements that are going to be identical. It shows us that in the instruction book. It says 2x next to the little diagram. Now it's only showing us instructions building one. They're more or less expecting you to build two of the exact same thing. Pretty common technique used in Lego instructions when there's repetitive items to be built. Okay, we have a tile and a plate. Tile, a plate. We have a Technic brick with an axle on it. I mean a pin. We'll attach that guy right there. I would say once we've kind of passed the Technic elements, it's kind of easy just stacking bricks. As long as you can follow along on the instructions, you shouldn't have many problems building this set that I can tell of. Remember, we're still doing two of the same thing until they get to the instruction where it tells you that we're done building two of them. Of course, when I say we're kind of done with Technic, we get into a little bit more of the Technic stuff. Some red or trans red studs there. There, not there. And this is the portion where they say we're done with the 2x. And there are my 2x pieces. So bring the main ship element over. All of this should line up. We have some Technic pieces pieces under there that need to line up, and then right here. Okay, that goes on. So basically we have a pin, a couple axles here, and a pin here, and then on the element we're connecting we have 3 pins that are connecting to the elements on the ship already. So just like that, we have all of those on. Now we have a few more elements before we're done with this bag. This will go here. Turn it around. Repeat over here. And there you go. That completes bag number 2. So we're going to stop this portion of the video right now, so make sure to subscribe so you don't miss the other portions of the video. We'll probably have 2 more parts. It's 929 pieces, so we're averaging about 310 pieces per section or per video. So quite a few elements per video, so make sure to check out all those other parts, and we will see you in the next video.